Hey everyone, I'm Mike from theparkprodigy.com, and on today's video, we're going to run through some of the most important up-to-date tips and tricks for the Universal Orlando app. And the reason why we're creating this video is we actually did a video like this in the past. However, Universal recently, in the past couple months, did come out with an update to the Universal Orlando app, and that's why we're kind of recreating this video, going over all the new changes which do make it easier to check out wait times here in the parks, to check out mobile ordering. There's a cool new feature which actually shows you how far you are from the closest restaurant. So there's a lot of new things going on within the app, and that's exactly why we are creating this video. So if you are in the process of planning a Universal Orlando trip, just be sure to stick around till the end of this video. As always, I'm very excited, so let's go get started. Okay, so first and foremost, here's the, starting tip and trick for the new Universal Orlando app. And this one's not even really about the app, but more so ties into the app. And I would say, don't forget to connect to the free Wi-Fi once you get here to the theme parks. Now, this is important for a couple reasons, but really from what I've heard, certain things with mobile ordering you can't do unless you're on the Wi-Fi, right? So that is important. So you'll see you're gonna really need to be connected to use the app everywhere throughout the parks, especially if you're getting onto lines, if you're going within the queues, you'll see not all the queues might have service. So that's why it's always best just to connect to the free Wi-Fi, so it will allow you to essentially go about your day and use all of the tips and tools that we're about to show you within the Universal Orlando app. So another important tip and trick kind of before we even jump into the new updates on the Universal Orlando app, and this one's gonna tie into the ride, wait times and stuff like that we are gonna talk about next. But an important new change here at Universal Orlando, which is different from over in Disney World, is Universal Orlando no longer has essentially the paper maps, right? So when I come down with my family from New York, my uncle's always asking me like, hey, can you get me some maps in advance so I can, map out my vacation before I even get down there? Unfortunately, they no longer have paper maps. So as you'll see, that's why it's very important to make sure that you do have the Universal Orlando app, because if you're old school, unfortunately, you do need to download the app, and now it's new school and use the app to try to figure out where you're going, specifically when it comes to rides. All right, so another important tip and trick for using the Universal Orlando updated app, and I would say this one again, I've been talking about food a lot on this video, but this one does have to do with food, specifically when it comes to your Universal Orlando dining reservations. Now, Universal Orlando has always been different from Disney, where Disney, for the most part, you're always making your reservations right through the My Disney Experience app or through your account online. Now, Universal was very different. You would make it through, Resi or Open Table, but now you actually can make your Universal Orlando dining reservations on the website, and then as long as you make them, using your account, essentially it will link to your app, and now you could see pretty much all your dining reservations on your app, so you can really plan your day that much better. And of course, this ties into everything we've been talking about. Now you have a better idea of what's going on with the rides, you have a better idea of what's going on with mobile food ordering, how far you are from the different restaurants, and now this just kind of ties in what are your dining reservations and what time are they. So that's another really cool one. And I would say, taking it one step further, another thing that you can do kind of in the same realm of dining is Coke Freestyle cups, which are very popular here at Universal Orlando. You can now see the closest location for your Coke Freestyle refills, which I think is really cool and convenient that they have added to the app. All right, so the next tip and trick on how to use the updated Universal Orlando app, or why you'll want to use the Universal Orlando app, and that's gonna be to figure out the wait times for rides. And then of course, like I said earlier in this video, there's no longer paper maps, right? So the app will essentially show you where the rides are. Now, some of the cool things about the app that's different from the past, yes, of course, Universal Orlando has had the wait times on the app for a very long time. However, now though, you can actually filter by, let's say, the shortest wait time. So you could see a list of like, hey, 5-minute rides, 5-minute wait times, 10-minute wait times, 20 minutes, etc., right? You can also set reminders. Let's say if Hagrid's, you want to go on it and you want to only wait 50 minutes, you can set a reminder to say, hey, shoot me a message when Hagrid's gets below 15 minutes, of course, if it ever does. The other cool things that we do see now on the app is you could filter. So you could filter a couple different ways. You could filter by the rides and include the Express Pass. You could filter by single rider lines. You could filter by child swap. So there's a bunch of different ways to just make it easier to figure out which rides you want to go on, when should you go on those rides. So that's why it's very important to have the Universal Orlando app as you come down for your vacation. All right, so some of the other cool new things on the Universal Orlando app, and we've spoken about this on our channel, but Universal now has there's one ride specifically here in Universal Studios Florida, and we are very, very confident that there probably will be more rides with the opening of Epic Universe in the summer of 2025. So specifically for Minion Con Blast behind me, one of the cool things that guests can do is they can actually track their score within the Universal Orlando app. So it's another reason why you definitely want to have the app downloaded before you get down here. Another cool thing is parents can actually, and I am reading this from my phone, parents can actually set multiple profiles for their kids and also make sure that you have your profile set up before you get onto the line, so you're not scrambling to get everything set up once you get over to the ride. But as you can see, just some other really, really cool things to make it more interactive throughout your vacation. All right, so this next one's kind of a cool one, specifically sticking with Minion Land, and there's actually a scavenger hunt that families can take advantage of here in Minion Land. There's 6 essentially scattered throughout the land over here that you can go. This reminds me a lot of what they do over in Walt Disney World, but I think this is really, really cool, especially for families who are visiting with young kids. All right, so for the next reason why you want to have the Universal Orlando app downloaded, and again, tip and trick on what you can do within the new Universal Orlando app, I would say make sure that you actually connect a credit card to the Universal app. Universal now has essentially Universal Pay, where you can hold your phone up and kind of pay on your phone, very similar to Apple Pay, which they do use over in Disney. I'm talking about Disney a lot in this video. But another important thing to keep in mind now within the app is you can actually see for a mobile food ordering, you could see which restaurants are closest to you to mobile order from. But then also, you really want to have the app downloaded because there's specific restaurants like Minion Cafe right behind me where you actually need to order your food within the Universal Orlando app. So you'll want to make sure you have your credit card set up before you get down here. So as you go about your day and you're hungry, right, and you don't want people getting, what do they call it, hangry, right? You don't want to get grumpy, especially in the hot Florida sun. You want to make sure that you can pretty much go about your day smoothly. And again, I think the filtering on the new Universal app is really, really cool and makes it really, really convenient to figure out where to eat. All right, so for this next one, and this is sticking with the mobile food ordering, but something that's new is you can actually change your check-in and check-out time without actually canceling your order. So if your plans change, right, and you decided you wanted to mobile food order for 1 o'clock, if you do want to change it, you can actually go ahead and just change your food ordering time from within the new Universal Orlando app. All right, so it's just some other tips and tricks as I'm going through these videos, right? Another big one, a very popular question that we get at the Park Prodigy for a lot of, and of course, if you're watching our videos, you might have purchased your tickets from us to save some extra money on your Universal Orlando trip, but you actually can link your theme park tickets to the Universal Orlando app, the tickets you get from the Park Prodigy. So you do have to pick your tickets up. And again, if you purchase from us, you know that we recommend to grab them right outside the park gates at the ticket kiosk. Once you have your tickets, you can pretty much enter them into the app and then go about your day. You'll have your tickets on your phone, which makes it really, really convenient. A lot of families, especially coming down to Universal Orlando, are old school, especially if you have the Universal Express Pass. You'll have those lanyards, you'll have your Express Passes out. You kind of go about your day scanning that way, but just another important tip and trick to fill everyone in on at home. All right, so another really, really important one that is new, and you can actually chat with a Universal Orlando team member through the Universal Orlando app now. So throughout your day, if anything's pop up, if you have questions, you can chat with a team member on the Universal Orlando app. The app also has essentially a new way for you to check on if you need, someone's not feeling well, anything like that. But yeah, there are different ways to contact guest services through the new Universal Orlando app. All right, so last but not least, another reason why you'll want to have the new Universal Orlando app, and I would say you'll get all the updated show times, right? Another cool thing, again, going back, there's a lot of new filter options on the app, and I think that's something that makes it really, really easy and convenient. But you can actually filter based on if you want to see a comedy or whatever it might be. You could have a bunch of different options to kind of pick if you want a show that's family friendly, you want to go check out Ollivanders. There's a bunch of stuff within the new Universal Orlando app. And that's exactly why we wanted to create this video. But that is it, everyone. That is essentially the quick little guide to the new changes within the Universal Orlando app. Really, there's not a ton that's different. The layout is a little bit different, but I think the important thing to take away from this quick little video is just the different filter options. Of course, make sure that you download the Universal Orlando app before you get down here to the parks. Make sure that you're familiar with it before you get here, so you pretty much can hit the ground running once you do get down to Universal Orlando. And if you are in the process of planning a Universal Orlando trip and you do need a little additional help, just be sure to go check out our website, theparkprodigy.com. And as a thank you for sticking around all the way till the end of this video, I actually do have a promo code you can go use on our website, theparkprodigy.com, and that promo code is going to be YouTube25. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys again so much for checking out this video, and until next time, I will talk to you soon.